Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Race with Me. I am Brett Fish and this is episode number 23. And as we near the halfway mark, we're going to be turning things up. We're going to be taking things to the next level as we explore the meaning behind the hashtag not on our watch and understand the call to interrupt prejudice and racism every single time we come across it. So far in this series, we've been looking at ideas that largely help us to think and act better when it comes to Black, coloured and Indian people around us in the country. And so we've looked at ideas such as reading people that don't look like us. We've looked at interrogating the white spaces that we may be part of, which are majority white, or where white people are in the leadership or control the microphone or the money. We've looked at ideas like color blindness and how that might not be the best way to see things going forward. If I say I don't see color, then I don't see you, if you're different to me, and rather looking at ways in which we can celebrate the diversity that other people bring to the table, the different smells and styles and foods and laughs and everything, and just start celebrating the differences that are in other people. One of the things we need to realize is that this work is ongoing. The work of anti-racism and the work of anti-prejudice in my own life is something that I will likely have to do for the rest of my life. Because I grew up in a country that promoted whiteness above other people, that suggested that white was more clever, was more capable, was more beautiful. And so there's so much work that still needs to be done in terms of dismantling and unlearning and breaking down and recreating and redesigning and building and challenging. And so every day I need to stand in front of the mirror and look at myself and reflect, where do I still need to do work? What are some of the ideas that are still problematic in my life? Where do I need to change? Where do I need to tweak? Where do I need to grow? Who do I need to be listening to? How can I do better than I did yesterday? And so this is likely going to be work that I do for the rest of my life. As I'm starting to do the work, and maybe the people around you are starting to do the work as well, we need to realize that we live in a country that is not, as a whole, doing the work, that there are still lots of people around us who haven't even begun on this journey. There are extreme racists that would openly talk about hating people that are not like them. And there are people along the spectrum that see themselves as good people and don't think of themselves as racists, but have behavior or have ideas or say words that are problematic and hurtful. And so that's where this episode comes in, and this is so important. And that's why I said we kind of take it to the next level. And up till now, I think for the most part, probably a lot of the stuff you've heard me say has been fairly comfortable. Some of it might have been a bit challenging, but it's been ideas that you can slip into, that you can start taking on, that you can start thinking about. And it's been largely at your own pace, in your own space. It hasn't been anything that I think up to now has caused major issue. But this is where that might change, because we're going to look at this hashtag, which is hashtag not on our watch. And this is something I started saying years ago. And when I started saying it, I actually used the words not on my watch. But I changed that quickly. I think it was within the first 24 hours. I saw it in front of me and I thought, this is not something that I can do alone. I can't change South Africa by myself. This has to be a collective. It has to be about us getting as many people as we can to walk this journey with us. And this is not on our watch. And what it is simply is this. It's a daily, every day. It's a commitment that I make, not on our watch. It's a commitment that I make every day to interrupt racism and prejudice where I see it, both in online spaces and in offline spaces. Interrupt, that word is key. So it doesn't mean I'm going to stop racism. It doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to change people's minds. But all it is saying is I'm not going to let racism happen in front of me unchallenged, uninterrupted. At the very least, I'm going to say or write or let people in the situation know that is not okay. And hopefully more than that. Hopefully there will be opportunities to engage with people around why it's not okay, to hopefully change mindsets, to hopefully push in deeply, to change systems and structures. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. But at the very least, it's saying that's not okay. It's interrupting. And since I've made that commitment to interrupt racism, my life has not got a lot more comfortable or easy or conflict free. It is something that causes issues, especially when it's your friends, especially when it's your hockey WhatsApp group, especially when it's a church leadership board that you're on, especially when it's people that you care and respect who say something in front of you that they don't think is racist. And you have to say, I'm sorry, but that's not okay. Can we talk about that? And so this episode is the invitation for you. And hashtags can be some things that distract us. They come and go, but it's not about the hashtag. The hashtag is just a reminder. The call, not on our watch, is a reminder. Oh, I've made this commitment. The commitment is key. And the invitation is for you to make a commitment every morning when you wake up to say, I will not let racism pass by uninterrupted, unchallenged. If this is something new to you, if this is something new that you're going to start to do, then you're going to need help. You're going to need people like myself and other people that have been doing this for a longer time to help you through areas that are going to become uncomfortable, that are going to become painful. You will very possibly lose friends. You will very possibly get people angry with you. And a lot of that stuff can be confusing and uncomfortable and hard. But this is so key. It's not enough for me to change myself and be a better person if all around me, online and offline, people are just allowed to be racist and get away with it. I think for Black and colored and Indian people, I can't speak for them, but I think from a lot of the feedback that I've heard, that when they see a white person stepping in and interrupting racism, I think that is an encouragement to them. For them, it feels like this sense of I've been seen. Somebody cares about me enough that I don't have to interrupt it. I don't have to push back. Somebody else is saying, hey, that's not okay. And it's a white person. And so this is something that many of us should have been doing for a long time. And it's hard. It's difficult. This isn't always easy. There's a cost. But the cost of not doing it is so much greater. So I want to call you. I want to challenge you. I want to invite you. Go back and watch the videos you've watched till now. Read the things you've been reading. But make a commitment to interrupt racism. It cannot go on unchallenged any longer, both in online spaces and offline spaces. Not on our watch.